Welcome to Beardy, Bruce Lee Central.
What I would like to know, who you think was best between Bruce and Chuck?
People are not gonna like it, but I got to be truthful.
That's all we want.
Okay. There's all these different categories. When people say martial arts, it's a broad-ass category. Bruce Lee is the best martial artist who I've ever heard of, who's ever lived.
Yeah.
Because of his philosophies, his lifestyle, his commitment, and what he did to the martial arts. There's nobody's gonna top him. And look, I can't say Bruce Lee is a fighter because he's never made a living as a fighter, and he really never fought anybody who was a contender.
Yes.
Although he's the greatest martial artist that ever lived. I'm not gonna say he's the best fighter who ever lived. That would be erroneous.
Yes.
So I just gotta put it in that situation.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris was a fighter. He did point system. He had great timing, he was a very smart fighter, but he was a fighter.
He hit extremely hard. He could hit as hard as a heavyweight. He had real fast twitch muscle fibers, something he's born with. He trained hard. He worked on a lot of his stabilizers and muscles, and especially his speed. I always thought he was like the fastest guy who ever stood in front of me. He had incredible, what I call kind of a Zen level of consciousness. In psychology, we call it the implicit level of consciousness. You didn't know when he was going to squeeze that trigger. And he always knew when you weren't ready. He had blinding speed, especially with his hands. And I know that's because he stood in front of me and he popped me a few times. So I've always told people, I know how hard Bruce Lee could hit. I know how fast he was because he nailed me. And I've always told people, I know what real Jeet Kune Do was because I got popped with it a few times.
I've no doubt he would have been world champion in MMA, no doubt. He's fluid, he's loose, he's fast. His movement is fluid, it's efficient, it's functional. So many guys are addicted to strength and conditioning and just get bulked up and stiff and slow, and Bruce was free. His body was nimble.
Hey everybody, it's Birdie here. What's going on, guys? Okay, so a couple of years ago, Michael J. White claimed he could beat Bruce Lee in a fight simply because he was the bigger man, because of the weight discrepancy, right?
Bruce Lee would be no match for me.
So this caused a huge controversy and a huge uproar in the community, and I made a video on the subject, and I sent the video to all of my friends and all of the guys in the martial arts community, and in the video I was calling him out. I was calling Michael J. White out because weight does not matter in a mixed martial arts fight. I knew that since I was a young guy, okay? Weight does not matter. Technique, accuracy, precision, and speed. That's what matters in a street fight or a mixed martial arts fight, okay? But Michael J. White did not agree. But this caused a huge controversy, and he saw my video, and I even sent Michael J. White a clip where Mike Tyson says that weight does not matter in a fight.
What does it take for a real knockout puncher to get the job done?
Well, there's a certain kind of knockout punches. There's something, being a big man really doesn't matter. It has no significance in knocking out someone. The main point is the quickness and what
you don't have to be a big guy to knock someone out. That's Mike Tyson's own words, okay? So I sent that video to Michael J. White, and a couple of days later, Michael J. White issued an apology on Facebook, and you can see that video on my channel. It's one of the first videos that I posted on my channel, so you can just go to my channel and you can just search up the first video on my channel, and there's Michael J. White apologizing for saying he could beat Bruce Lee. So I removed that viral video simply because I respected Michael J. White. He went back, he became humble, he said he was sorry. So I removed the viral video that was calling him out. But now Michael J. White is back at it. And this time his claim is even more outrageous. He says that Jackie Chan could beat Bruce Lee in a fight simply because Jackie Chan was bigger than Bruce Lee.
An actual fight between Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
An actual fight? What I would think?
Yeah, who would win that fight?
I think Jackie Chan would win.
I mean, is not a professional fighter, but he is a.
I would. If I was a betting man, I'd say Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was bigger.
Okay, just because of his physical size. Have you met Jackie Chan before?
Briefly, yeah.
Jackie Chan. How tall is he?
He's not a small guy.
Okay.
I would say Jackie Chan's about 5'8", 5'9". 5'9", yeah, it was 5'8", 5'9". And he's durable. That's a tough dude.
143 pounds. Kind of on the light side.
Yeah, it was a lot heavier than Bruce Lee. That's a major difference in a fight game. Okay, major difference. And as far as ability,
Bruce Lee's 5'8", same height.
I don't think that's correct. I think they said that he's 5'8", but I don't believe so.
And let's take a look at a tail of the tape here. As you can see here, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan are virtually the same height, the same weight. There's minor, negligible differences here, okay? They're simply the same height and weight, virtually the same height and weight. But Michael Jai White does not agree, and he said that Jackie Chan would beat Bruce Lee in a fight. So, taking nothing to consideration, taking not the fact that Bruce Lee was a martial arts master, that he trained with Ip Man, that he developed Jeet Kune Do, that he had hundreds of fights, hundreds of street fights, and that he sparred with some of the greatest humans on the planet. We're talking Chuck Norris, we're talking Joe Louis, Jim Kelly, all of these guys, all of these world champions. He's taking none of it to consideration, none of it to consideration. He's just saying simply because Jackie Chan is a couple of pounds bigger than Bruce Lee, he could beat Bruce Lee. I mean, how naive do you have to be, Michael Jai White? How naive are you? I mean, this guy is a complete joke. I mean, in a fight between Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan himself said that he would stand no chance against Bruce Lee.
Jackie, in your prime versus Bruce Lee, who would win?
Bruce Lee.
Really?
Yes.
No question?
No question.
Are you?
No chance at all. Because Jackie Chan, although he is a martial arts master, he's not even close to Bruce Lee's level. And he knew that. But Michael Jai White disagrees. So yeah, there we go, guys. I mean, now I regret removing that video where I called out Michael Jai White, because this is simply ridiculous, guys. I mean, claiming that Jackie Chan could beat Bruce Lee. I mean, he's just proven that he knows nothing about martial arts. Nothing about martial arts, and nothing about martial arts history, and nothing about what it is to be a technical master, what it is to be a speed master, what it is to be a Jeet Kune Do practitioner, a technician, a specialist. Bruce Lee was a specialist, guys. He was faster than any human being on this planet. And Joe Louis, who was a middleweight and a heavyweight, said that Bruce Lee could punch like a heavyweight. And not only that, Michael Jai White, did you know that human beings can go up and down in weight? Did you know that? Did you know that? The people, if you eat enough food, you will gain weight. And you will become 150 pounds, 160, 170, 180, 200 eventually. And Bruce Lee at his biggest was 175 pounds, okay? So he went back down to 150, 140. That was his best weight. He liked being at around 140, 150 pounds. But did you know, Michael Jai White, that human beings can eat food and they can gain weight? Did you know that? Did you know that there are weight classes on this planet? That you can travel up and down weight classes? Did you know that? Yeah, okay, Michael Jai White. So Bruce Lee was 130 pounds for his entire life, right? Well, according to Michael Jai White, yes, he was. He couldn't gain weight. Bruce Lee couldn't gain weight. And you know, Bruce Lee was not a small guy. He was what, 5'7", 5'8"? I mean, there are people that are 5'7", 5'8", that can fight in the 200-pound category and be pretty good at it too. So if Bruce Lee wanted, he could gain 180 pounds, 190 pounds. He could fight at middleweight, welterweight. I mean, this is just so stupid, guys. It's so stupid. And Michael J. White, you're just proven to the world how naive and how stupid you are. And I just lost complete respect for you, okay? I have no respect for you at all. Claiming that Jackie Chan could beat Bruce Lee because of the weight discrepancy that is 1 pound. Guys, okay, I've said enough, okay.
What does it take for a real knockout puncher to get the job done?
Well, there's a certain kind of knockout punches. There's something, being a big man really doesn't matter. It has no significance in knocking out someone. The main point is the quickness in which you throw the punches.
Bruce Lee had an awesome philosophy about life, and he blew me away. Bruce Lee's a killer. You hurt your man, you do as much damage as you can, and you get out. You know what I mean? Without being hurt. Less damage on yourself as possible. I have so much respect for his philosophy. His philosophy is like the ultimate warrior philosophy. Life is like water. Fighting is like water. You have to adapt. Wow, this is deep. Bruce Lee gets me deep when I talk about Bruce Lee.
149 pounds. You had 6 more pounds that you could have taken, but you elected not to. Why come in at this weight? Because particularly when you know he's going to be 170 tomorrow night.
Weight doesn't win fights. Fighting wins fights.
No, I enjoyed working with John Saxon.
Yeah.
John Saxon's great. I was very fortunate to have, in my opinion, the greatest martial artist ever lived.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee. I'll talk to you about that later. Probably have questions for me on that. But in my opinion, I'll tell you right now, I fought the best. I trained with the best. I know great martial artists, and there's never been anybody, in my opinion, like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, guys. You don't know how great this guy was. People don't really know. I'm talking about martial artists,
right?
Guy who knew his stuff. This guy was. There's stories I know about Bruce Lee that I don't even share because I have respect for the people, other people in martial arts, and it's not necessary for me to name names. I know who Bruce Lee sparred with.
Yeah.
I know. They won't tell you, but I know people he sparred with. I never mention their names either. But Bruce Lee was untouchable.
Yeah. Is it in the book? Is it in your book?
Nope. I mention this, but I never tell the names.
Can I get everybody to swear to secrecy? Can you say one name?
No.
Can you mix them up? Can you have a jumble of a name?
No, I have too much respect.
Can I guess?
No, you probably could.
Yeah, I probably could. Because I know a lot of people he sparred with as well.
I wouldn't confirm it.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair enough.
But I just have too much respect for other guys in martial arts.
I have to say, being confident in myself, that I feel I would have done very well in the MMA arena because of my judo training. I was a black belt in judo, and plus I had multiple black belts in karate, Taekwondo, Tang Soo Do, and so forth. And plus I studied jiu-jitsu with Jean LaBelle back in the early 60s and 70s. And so I felt I was pretty well rounded, and I really credit that for the success I had in the ring of my competitive days. And so I felt I would have done well, and I think Bruce would have too. He was a fanatical trainer. When he and I'd work out, we'd work out for 3 or 4 hours in his backyard in Culver City, California. And after we finished working out, we'd go into the living room, and I'd sit down on the couch, and Linda, his wife, would bring me a glass of iced tea. Well, Bruce would drop down the floor and start doing crunches. I said, Bruce, there's times to relax too. You need to relax as well, because you'll burn that engine out if you keep right on training all the time. You've got to recharge your battery. And but Bruce had a hard time doing that. He had a hard time recharging his battery.
I've no doubt he would have been world champion in MMA, no doubt. He's fluid, he's loose, he's fast. His movement is fluid, it's efficient, it's functional. So many guys are addicted to strength and conditioning and just get bulked up and stiff and slow, and Bruce was free. His body was nimble.
You ask any fighter out there growing up who their inspiration was, everybody says Bruce Lee.
You know, and it just makes you feel powerless because no one's going to be like Bruce Lee. I mean, the things us martial artists draw from today, he came up with a lot of that stuff. Like, where do you come up with this stuff?